Hey, what's going on? This is Matt Money Shot. I just want to personally thank you for purchasing my ebook. If you have any questions or concerns anytime, please hit me up on any of the contact information you find on my personal website, madmoneyshot.com. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the video. If you're watching this on a video, stick around and we'll be getting into that shortly. If you're watching this on a ebook, make sure to click the next link and we'll get started. So first up out of the 3-4 odd, we have the cover 2 man. Now this by cover 2 man's pretty good, coverage. You really have to mix man and zone in pretty much everything that you run this year. I can't say that anytime you just run straight zone, you're not going to get beat. You really have to run something that has both. So I find, like I said, you can use it like this. You probably won't give up too many one-play touchdowns. There's not a lot of one-play touchdowns against cover 2 man, but I find that if you want to maximize it, I would zone all, which is the D-pad to the right and then up on the right stick. And then I would also put these outside guys into some sort of outside coverage, whether that's a, like I said, if you hit the D-pad to the right twice, it'll bring up your guys icons, and then you can select them. And if you hit if you hit the left stick to the right, you'll put them on curl flats. You have to do it twice for both of them. You can't put them both at the same time. But I find like this is a really good setup right here. I don't typically feel like I need a second defender in the box with me here either. So if I want to, I could always man him to that receiver by just hitting up on the right stick and then hitting Y. But that's really up to you. I mean, you could leave him in a hook curl if you want to. But essentially, this is a defense that I find will do better in certain distances. I mean, for one thing, your opponent will never really know what they're looking at because the defense is so, it's obvious. I mean, the man coverages are really tight. You can see right there. I'll go to the replay. You can see how tight, this the outside man coverage is. That's part of the reason that I have this coverage. I have 2-man receivers, the outside guys, which typically work close to the boundary. You can see they're just airtight. A comeback route, like I said, comeback routes typically beat man. You can see when he makes that break and comes back, he beats it. But look what happens underneath. You know what I mean? You've got this guy right here. This guy crossing, he's covered. You know what I'm saying? Then when he comes all the way across, he's got this guy's zone coming into. So it's like everybody's essentially double covered, which is pretty much the idea. You'll give up some flats, but like I said, this is a situational defense. You're going to use this in like a 3rd and like 10 or more, 3rd and 15. If he were to catch that right here, he's 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. These guys are all going to converge. He might get 5 yards total. So like I said, defense is all about, down and distance. And then obviously Wentz, for whatever reason, goes up top. And then me and, this guy are verging. So like I said, you have a couple of different, this is a really good defense to me, like I said, but situational based. No play in this game, you can run the entire length of the game. So to recap one time, like I said, you can run it as is, pinching and spreading and whatnot. I like to, if I'm worried about an inside zone, like on a play like this, I could pinch the D line and then spread the linebackers. But that's just typical defensive etiquette. But either way, like I said, you can run it like this, or you can run it with all the zones, which, like I said, that's D-pad right up on the right stick, and then zone all. So like I said, I'm not even really doing this part right. So like I said, this is it right here. This is the look. You have those outside guys. Typically, the outside guys are the ones that you can't defend. That's why it's best to double them. I can defend this slot receiver. I can defend this tight end. You know what I mean? Because they're inside the numbers. That's my area as a user. So it's better for me if I have the outside guys manned up, which is perfect, like a defense like this. So let's go ahead and let's run this one more time. Like I said, I'm covering that slot guy. You know what I'm saying? There we go. He got 4 yards, 3 yards. Oh, and then I didn't tackle him. I don't care. You can have that all game. You know what I'm saying? This is the cut down on big plays, and it'll do that perfectly. Let's go and let's watch the replay one more time. Like I said, the guys that you have to worry about are the guys that are outside the numbers. You can't control those. I'm taking away these 2 guys. The running back here, and then you got the dude in the center. He's also getting doubled by this guy right here. So there's nothing there. You know what I mean? You can have this flat route. I'm not worried about that. And then obviously this guy's getting doubled by the safety in the corner. You know what I mean? Like you have that all locked up. And then the outside guy, he's probably on an island with himself until the ball's thrown, and then he completely breaks off. But you can see, I mean, he's got that manned up. He goes stride for stride with that the whole way. So the entire defense, once again, double covered with no issue of getting beat deep. That's the important part of this play. There's nothing you can do to beat this deep. So no more one place. And like I said, just running it regular is not that great, but it's decent. So, but like I said, your opponent's going to see cover 2 when they come back to the line of scrimmage to call their plays, they're going to see that you're in cover 2 man, and they'll try to make a play for that. But that's not what it's going to be by the time they hike the ball. So they'll never be able to create a play based off of the defense you're running, because they'll never have any idea what defense it is. So to me, a really good play. Next up, out of the 3-4 odd, we have the cover 1 hole. Very similar setup. All I'm going to do is put all these guys on. I'm going to zone all. Then I'm going to put these outside guys on curl flats. And essentially, this is, you have the same issues that cover 1 man plays have, which is like curl routes, and I'm sorry, not curl routes. You have your so look at that, boom, look at that. Like what's the wheel routes? Like the wheel routes, we're gonna give this play problems like any cover 1 man. But you can see, like, I mean, you have nothing's really open. Like, I'll watch the replay there. You can see we went to the house on the very first play. Let's go and let's watch the replay. Certain things beat man, like wheel routes. Somebody comes out in a gun bunch and hits you with a wheel route, still going to beat it, whether you're in this defense or not. Bench switches, not so much. Slant coverages, they're not going to beat this the same way. But let's look at these guys right here. He's doubled coming across. The deep guy's doubled, and then obviously the safety's there. So if he throws it there, he's going to get whacked by the safety. And then obviously underneath, for whatever reason, he chose to throw it to the flat, which is never a good idea in a man coverage. And then we just jump that and pick that off. But even he's double covered. There's a guy above him. So, like I said, this type of defense, I mean, at this point, I probably would have hit R3, clicked R3 to send one of these extra defenders. But, that's about it. So, very similar setup to some other plays. You just want to make sure you have, like here, this looks like it could be a run play. So I just want to set up my outside guys to try to limit that. Motion Van Noy out there as much as I can. That'll help him get to his zone as well. I mean, you can motion these guys out, help them get to their zone areas as much as you can. Let's go ahead and let's do this again. Like I said, it's not a zone. Like I said, right there, I mean, I motioned him out too much, and I gave him the inside on a slant. So you got to be careful with that. But, I was just kind of showing the defense anyway. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say to do that. Like right here I would, though, because I don't want to give up. If it is an outside run, that's the only scenario where I'd say, yeah, let me motion that guy out as wide as I can, because I don't want to give that up. But this will lock down pretty much anywhere. Look at that. Almost picked off, and it was picked off. You know what I mean? So, like I said, turnovers you're going to get with this defense. Let's watch a replay again once Madden's done with this goofy crap. Let's take a look at what happened there. Like I said, Wentz is just chucking into coverage because there's nothing open. So, like I said, one more time. He's getting jammed coming off. I guess he tried to throw over the top, but there's people all around. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing there. So, like I said, another really good defense. Less capable, less of a chance of giving up over the top stuff. Next up, out of the 3-4 odd, we have the pinch dog 2 press. So this play right here, all I'm going to do is base the line and show blitz. It'll bring all my coverage in. Then I'm going to blitz all. Then I have the option to, I want to go over the top. And then I'm going to pick, one of these guys, motion them in, and I'm going to user that. So this is going to be who I drop back and cover the middle with. Now, when the play hikes, I will have a little bit of an issue getting off the coverage. You can see, I mean, obviously you're running into a blitz like that. But no outside runs are going to come up against this, by the way. You can't really run outside on cover 2s. I'll go ahead and I'll show the replay. Because the cornerbacks are so close and they're playing down to the line, they're essentially just going to boom right in. So any outside runs, they're going to handle that, these outside corners. So you have to worry about that. But essentially, for a pass defense, like I said, I'm just going to put this guy. I don't have to bluff blitz him. I think if I bluff blitz him, it might actually be an issue for the blitz as we're getting another run play. Like I said, right there, you're not going to get much. You know what I mean? That guy's going to be right there handling that. You can motion him in if you want. You can bring him in a little bit. But like I said, if I want to cover, like right here, I got a slot receiver. If I want to cover him, I can just bring this guy out and try to take away that. So like I said, that's going to get, then we have a, so that we, like I said, they're going to have to throw fast because they're going to get a free defender off the opposite edge. Let's see if we actually did on that play. So like right there, they actually locked it up because it was they set me free, so I could have went in. So here we go once again. Base of line, show blitz, send all. I don't know what's going on because they're not reacting. So base of line, show blitz. There we go. Get your ass in there, Bentley. So there's the look. Like I said, got a bunch receiver right here. So I'm going to move this guy in. That's going to get my other guy opposite the field in right away. He got in. He got picked up by the running back. But you can see the quarterback had to get rid of it. Nothing was really open anyway. Checks it down to Ertz in the flat. So like I said, I mean, for whatever reason, he just got kind of, I don't know, he came in kind of slow. So I probably can adjust that But like I said, we have, you know, I'm basically covering the bunch. He has to get rid of it, and I'm all over it when it gets when the pass gets thrown. Next up, we got the cover 4 drop show 2. You don't really need any adjustments on this play. You can pinch and I'm sorry, you can base align and you know, show blitz, and you know, these safeties play the run really well. They'll step down into the box and play the run. And if you do this, it looks a lot like some of the other blitzes that are in this formation. You can actually send a blitz. I'm just going to run it like this one time. You can send a blitz out of this formation as well, but you can see there's just not really a lot open. And by the time, you know, there's just nothing really open here. It's a really good coverage play. But you can send blitz if you don't want to wait. You know what I'm saying? You want to get a little bit aggressive. You can send the house and then use the same, you know, principles of some of the other blitzes where you just bring one of these guys over and user them, and you'll get really good heat. But you can see, I mean, you know, he's just got to get rid of it. You're going to get pressure. I don't even know if he caught it. It looks like the ball might have came out there. But no, he's got it. But that's another option entirely if you want to, you know, get aggressive and then just send. You could also, you know, QB contain to get that guy around the edge. If you just want to send a little bit more pressure than you typically would. And like I said, you just got to cover the short routes because obviously they're not going to have much time for deeper routes to develop. So right there, I was all over that coverage. But obviously, you know, I just didn't do a very good job using it. But I just took a bad angle. Like I got caught up by this by this running back. I got hit by him, and then he just messed up the route. But otherwise, I mean, I know the ball's got to go to one of these short routes. So if you're sending house blitzes like that, you know, you're gonna get a look like that where you have to cover underneath. And then when the play's over, they'll go back to the defense and they'll see cover 4, not thinking that they're going to see, you know, if you're running this a lot, with whether you're blitzing or whether you're running it like normal, they're going to see a cover 4 post snap rather than, you know, all this extra. And then, like I said, you get good pressure. If you have a good defensive end, you have good pressure regardless. A lot of it coming off of doing this press and this show blitz and this base line. A lot of times you'll get a good pressure play just from base aligning and pressing for whatever reason. So we can watch the replay and see what happened there. But it's got, you know, the offensive line is going to read all these extra guys. Like right there, he just kind of let off. You know what I mean? Like you can see like the offensive linemen really don't block anybody. Like 71 right here, he thinks it's going to be that guy right in front of him. 62 as well. Like this guy right here, 62. You know, if I can get to 62, the center, the guard, whatever. Yeah, this guy right here, he comes out. Well, 62 comes out, rather. 62 comes out, shoots across. Jesus Christ, this is fucking weird. He shoots across and picks up a guy that's dropping into coverage. So these two guys block nobody. And then this, you know, he gets around even a play action. You know what I mean? Like the fake play action. He gets around all of them and just makes a really big play. So let's go ahead and let's do that one more time. So these guys right here, like I said, it's just a great coverage play, obviously. And then we're getting sacks once again. We're only sending 3 guys. So let's go ahead and let's show the replay here. See what the issue was. Like I said, once again, these guys, you know, they come off. These oh God, please just let me just thank you. These guys come off and block guys that are going back into coverage. And then, you know, essentially just get a one-on-one, and then he gets, you know, just because of the angle, he just drives this guy all the way back. So like I said, it's not like he's coming in unblocked every time, but you can see how you're getting, you know, some really good, it's a weird animation the whole way, but you can see how you're going to get pressure based off of just saying 3 guys and coverage, making the quarterback keep it. I mean, they could throw it, but there's just nobody open. So he could throw it into coverage and get picked, or he can hold it and get a sack. Next up, we got the pinch buck 0. So same setup. I mean, you should know this play. Everybody's running online. You know, base align and show blitz, and that's pretty much all you got to do. You can user this guy in the middle, or you can put him on a you can block. You can send him in on the blitz, and then I can motion over Van Noy here, and that'll give me. Yeah, I can cover the running back, which will be that same assignment, but it'll essentially just get a guy free off the edge. Now sometimes it lets you in free, which is not what you want. As you can see right there, I mean, the coverage, you know, obviously they're going with a post shot. That was they were like blocking 8 men there. But you have the option of either usering that, or you can just bring this guy over and user him. Like now, I can cover the tight end, and like I said, I should get, you know, a free guy off, although I got chop blocked. So there we go. I mean, that was just a weird play, but you know, you can see the pressure force something from Wentz. So here we go, one more time. Like I said, I'll just do this, and then I'll user 86. And like I said, we get a run play. It's obviously going to stop a lot of run plays. It's a really good run defense. It's a little vulnerable running outside, but that's about it. So like I said, right here, we'll go ahead and we'll just user this guy in the middle. So as long as I don't get chop blocked. That's it right there. I mean, I could have. It's lucky I didn't jump all over that. But I'm sure we had a free guy running in, which is why that happened. So let's watch the replay. Typically, they're not just going to throw that. So, yeah, I guess he picked up on it. So, I mean, it's a good blitz, but if they're blocking enough people, a lot of times it won't get home. But either way, I mean, like I said, it is a good blitz. The other way to run this play is to, to basically, if they're going to run, I mean, if they're going to run it in a shotgun like this, I guess I'll go ahead and I'll show another variation. But typically, this guy's going to be back over here. If they're going to run a shotgun, I'm definitely going to run it the way that I was showing you. So we're going to do the same thing, base of line. I mean, this is just getting funky now. Get your ass back to Roberts. But either way, like I said, I'll bring Kyle Van Noy, and against a shotgun, I'll definitely do this because there's no running back in the backfield. But then I'll go ahead and I'll show a different way. So like I said, right there, we're all over that. I'm sure the pressure was getting home. So either way, like I said, the next way is go ahead and just put them all on a zone all. Then I'm going to put these outside guys into flat routes. And that's pretty much going to be the look here. So this is a play. Pretty much everybody's going to get double covered all around the field. With the exception of deep routes, it can get beat deep. But like I said, if anybody's throwing anything like that, I mean, it's just, I guess they let that guy go. The only option with that, you have the choice. Like I said, here we have another empty backfield. But you have a choice of putting these guys in the hard flats or putting them into cloud flats, and that's really based off the down and distance. You know, I mean, if they need 3rd and 2, then you're probably gonna want to put them on the hard flats. If they need 3rd and 12, you're gonna want to put them on cloud flats. So it's that simple. So like I said, everybody here is pretty much gonna get doubled, and you'll be coverage. You just get good coverage, and that's really a situational defense as well. I would use this as like a base defense. It's just like the previous, some of the other plays. You essentially, your opponent's going to see something that they're not seeing. Once they get after the play, they look at the post-play diagram. They're going to say, well, it says they're hitting me with a pinch buck O, but it's really not. I mean, it couldn't be anything further from that. And like I said, you'll only really give up like small, plays here and there, like right there. I mean, that was just my guy. I just totally blew that. And then you have, I think I might have blitzed or picked up one too many guys. So yeah, you have a blitz, and then you have a base defense out of this if they start hitting you with, start hitting you with slants or something like that, because that's what a lot of people do with that man coverage, with that man blitz. You just hit him with this, and there's nothing really open. I mean, he has to take the check down pretty much every time. Let's watch the replay, see how the coverage was. Like I said, right here, I mean, pretty much, everybody's pretty much double covered. That's the point. This guy's double covered outside. Tight end's double covered up the seam, which was by me. This guy here, he's waiting for this guy to cross. He's double covered. You got a single coverage up top. Now, this is important because, like I said, this play, you can get in trouble over the top if you don't have a good enough man safety. Now, obviously, even if he did throw it, he probably would have got caught. But that's about the only thing, which brings me to my next defense, which is why I created the cover 2-man defense. Next up out of the 4-3 under, we have... Next up out of the 4-3 under, we have the free fire. This play right here, I mean, there's no really adjustments needed. You're pretty much just betting that they're not blocking the running back. You can essentially just run it just like this. I'd say use the middle with the safety, and you're just sending some heat over the center there. As you can see, we're just going to get like a guy was coming free, and he has to get it out pretty quick. Man blitzes are pretty much all you can do to get pressure in this game. As you can see, let's go to the replay real quick. Like I said, there was a guy coming right up the middle here, and he took the angle. I mean, he would have got past this guy and would have been in Wynn's ear. So like I said, that's the best way to get heat in this game. So like I said, no real adjustments needed. Really good against the run play, obviously. As you can see, just gets right through. Lanes are created, but they're typically filled at the same time. And like I said, you don't have to do any adjustments. You don't have to give away what you're doing. Your opponent's just going to... you can't run this too many times. I mean, want your opponent to see that you're running the same man blitz over and over again. But you can see, like I said, really good run stopper, really good blitz, really gets good pressure. You don't have to really do anything. Like I said, this play really stops the run on its own. You just have to use her well on the backside. Next up, we got the weak corner blitz. This play right here, all I want to do is base a line, show blitz, and then base a line again. And what that does is it just brings the cornerback into a good spot. I'm going to use her right here. It got me in a perfect spot. I'm going to use her right here just to try to oh, we have a now we have one of these. But like basically it's going to bring that cornerback in for a good delayed blitz.
So base line, show blitz, base line again. Like I said, I mean, I want this guy. I don't think I got that base line properly. Like I said, he typically comes in a little bit more, but I guess since that receiver's so far out, that's why it's base lining out. But either way, like I said, and then I could also put him on a QB contain just to kind of to pull coverage. Like I said, to pull those linemen in a little bit more. So let's go ahead and let's run this one time. So it's really just a blitz. I mean, it's not necessarily, you see the guy, he comes in late, but he comes in free pretty much every time as we get a 5-yard loss on that play. It's not the fastest blitz, it's just the most consistent because that cornerback's going to come around. Like I said, that tackle's taken up. Number 62 in the middle is not blocking anybody, which is perfect because I'm sending 5. But if he was in a little bit closer, he might have got in a little bit faster. But obviously, he's coming from a far distance. Like I said, to me, I would just base the line twice, and then you can see how it brings that cornerback down. Like I said, you can try to bring him in a little bit, but if you're bringing him in too much, your opponent's going to see that it's a corner blitz, and the lineman might pick up on him quicker than they're supposed to. So like I said, don't get too crazy with that. But you can cheat him in a little bit. Kind of looks like he's stealing a base in baseball, and then we just keep getting screenplays, but it's whatever. You can see that that's, you know. I'm glad I didn't even bother. So, base the line twice. I mean, even just once, it doesn't matter. If you just want to make sure that cornerback's down where he's supposed to be. And hopefully we'll get a good pass play here. So that's just, I said that's, you know what I'm saying, like the guy came in free. I mean, I know the running back came out. But like I said, you're going to just see it's going to be a consistent blitz where you don't have to send too many people. Like I said, it's not going to be lightning fast. By the time, you know, like I said, he's coming around free every time. It's just not going to be, you know, this is not a nano. It's just a good play. Except we got the Crash Blitz 3. So all I'm going to do, base the line again, base the line and press. That's all I'm going to do. Like I said, you can see he's out there now. Bring this guy down. User this gap. That's it. So just base the line and press. That's it. Like I said, we got a run play. Cornerback comes over, can't even finish him. But you can see, I mean, it's, you know, do that again, baseline press. Like I say, he's in. I don't want him out that far. Like I said, I'll bring him in a little better than that, but you might not always have time to do that. So here we go, one more time. Like I said, we just got, I mean, he's obviously going to keep shutting down those run plays because he's going to come in unblocked. So here we go again. And they're getting out a quick throw right there. If you really want to kick it up a notch, you can go ahead, you can shift your line left and get them to, you know, before you do your pinch or your base line and your press, and that'll just help to get those guys out there as well. And then you can also put them on a QB contain, and we're just not getting any run plays, or we're just not getting any pass plays. So they really ran away from that on that play. So like I said, you can also spread them before you or shift them to that side before you base the line, and press, and then just bring this guy over here. And then they're running away from it, but it doesn't even matter. I mean, it's still a good run defense. So spread left, base the line, press. And then my cornerback's all the way back there. Get your ass down in space. All right, there we go. So there we go. Like I said, I'm just going to hold this guy here. And he almost ran right into it. So I mean, the coverage was good, so we get a sack. But yeah, that was, you know, unique play. He actually almost rolled into it, and that's probably why the blocking picked it up quicker. You can see right there. I mean, if he didn't roll into it, he probably wouldn't have had a problem. But they were also blocking. They only had 3 guys on a route, so that means that that they had 8 blocking. So one more time. Baseline press. Bring this guy down into the gap. So maybe we can get a hit. Bam. Knock that ball out. Like I said, good coverage. The guy was coming around. Like I said, these delayed cornerback outside blitzes aren't going to be lightning fast, but they're going to be consistent. You can see he's coming around. Definitely made Carson move out of the pocket. Next up, we got the snake 3 deep.
Go, go. 180.
So, like I said, all we're gonna do here is spread, put them in a QB contain, and then I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna bring this guy over here to try to draw as much space for the safety as I can. Like I said, you can see right there. I mean, the pressure's, they didn't get, he had to get rid of it right away. He didn't get much. Next up, we got the FS Fire 3.
Here we go, here we go. Blue 80. Let's go. Great.
So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch the D line. Chung here, I just want to get him outside just a little bit. I mean, he typically, I want to get him a little bit closer to the line than that. And then I'm just going to bring my user over here. Now, typically in a 5-wide set, this is not the best look because I got to use that tight end. And then he's got to come across. Like, I mean, he still took the drag. I was as good a coverage as you're going to get on that.
Blue 80.
This play really is, best for like it's a really good run stopping defense. Doesn't quite get the pressure it has in previous Maddens. Like I said, right here we're just gonna put them on a QB contain as well, and that's like they're just quick throws, man. They really get nothing off there.
Go.
Let's see how much of that had to do with pressure. But yeah, you essentially got. I mean, right there. I mean, that's just. I don't know if that tight end was coming to pick me up or what. But you could see, I mean, that he gets a free release, and like I said, it's hard to tell with the play design if that would have happened otherwise. So like I say, we're just gonna pinch. So this guy right here, for whatever reason, runs back, and like I said, I just got to use her, whatever gap I can. Doesn't really matter because, like I said, you're not getting lightning fast pressure off the edge. And I almost picked that off. Come on, bro. I said I tried to. I stayed at the line too long. Like I said, we just gotta, So we're getting pressure. I mean, they're not getting much. It's a good base defense. They're not getting much. Pretty much just taking quick throws the entire time. So you can see he comes around here free, and we get a free run to the quarterback, which is essentially what we're trying to do. So worked out.
Here we go.
So here we go. One more time. We're just gonna pinch. QB contain. Bring this guy out. You could always blitz this other linebacker too. Like if it's just a tight end like that, I could do that. I can handle that. Let's go ahead and let's do this. We get a run. And he really didn't have much. So like I said, it's just good base defense. You can get some pressure.
Here we go. Back man. 180.
You get some pressure from time to time. Like I said, let's get this guy down. I don't want him taking the time to go back just because I pinched the line. He has to run off. So there we go. One more time. Got the baseline. Oh, and then we're just gonna get a screen, which I'll just be all over that. So they're just taking short stuff.
Here we go. 180. Kill.
So one more time. Like I said, I'm doing this with the extra blitzer. So I just got to cover all these guys and all these tight ends here. And there we get instant heat. So a little extra. Let's watch the replay. Like I said, they had blocked. This guy just got around. Like they didn't even. Like I said, it was me drawing. That's why I do that a lot. I just try to draw guys away. Like right there, I'll just drop down and go in a little swooping pattern just to try to draw a lineman to get a guy free. And you can see how that works. So really a lot of that has to do with what I'm doing.
Go.
So like I said, one more time, we'll pinch that. And then like I said, a lot of the success of this play really has to do with what I do once the play starts. That's why a lot of times I'll just make like a swerving motion before I go into coverage just to get a free guy. So that's really a good way to get that offline like that.
Here we go.
So go ahead and watch that one more time. Like I said, it's really about what I do. I just run across these linemen just to kind of get them to mirror me, and then boom, this guy's coming in free. So just make that swoop. Make that swoop with that lineman, or with that tackle, just to try to mess up these guys' AI, and then you get a free rusher. So one more time. Pinch the line. Bring Chung down. Like I said, bring this dude in the gap, and I'm gonna make that sprint across the line, sprint across the line, and boom, we get a free runner. Took him a while because couldn't quite get around. I'm not sure if I did the baseline on that or not. I might have forgot to do that. Still not giving up much, and then like I said, you can see the guy, he comes in free, but I think I forgot to QB contain. He just takes too long getting around. And then we got another guy coming in free right in his face. But like I said, that's all because of my little swoop right there. Like I said, you can see right here, like I'm swooping around. See, 79's blocked, but when I swoop around, he gives him up, and then now he's free. So like I said, we just got to get down in this gap here. Wait for that safety to come back down. We're going to do that swoop. Swoop across the line. And we got a free runner. He's just chucking it away. So like I said, that's all you really got to do is just sprint across that line.
Here we go.
We're going to watch the replay. Like I said, safety's coming in a little late. I sprint across that line. Nobody ever picks him up. Although that time the safety just came in by himself. It didn't really seem to appear what I was doing. But nobody came off for him. But still best practice. Still best practice to work that out. So here we go. We'll bring him down manually. So I'm just going to come right here. Sprint across that line. And we get a run. Oh, he's just all over that. So like I said, really good base defense. Next up, we got the corner blitz 3. So this guy right here, I just want him in closer. That's really it. You know, I'm just saying, I don't care. I mean, I want to move this guy out too because he's going to be covering that area. Then I can pinch the D line and just bring my cornerback, or I bring my my second, whoever's covering the middle right here. This is pretty much it. Like I said, I can hover this spot, sprint around it a little bit, gets that cornerback right off the edge, and then I wasn't really covering. I wasn't paying attention because I was watching the cornerback fly in. Let's watch the replay. Like I said, this is really all about what I do at the line. So like I said right here, I just kind of stay home waiting for, I'm going to cut off the angles, but you can see I just kind of meander around. And then, I go for the tight end, which was a mistake. I should have went for stayed in my zone, and I would have had this guy coming across the middle easy. But like I said, I was pretty much preoccupied with watching the cornerback come straight in like he did. So that's the play, really. You're just trying to get heat. You're trying to get heat without giving up anything. So like I said, one time, pinch the D-line. That's all you're really doing. Got to manually bring this cornerback in and bring this safety out because you don't want to give that up right off the bat. So here we go one more time. Like I said, I just got to kind of hover around the line for a second before I drop it in my zone. Like I said, I just wanted to read movement. And then boom, I'm getting that pocket pick. So I'm sure that oh man, he's going to catch me for real? Really, bro? I guess Lane Johnson's pretty fast. But you can see, I mean, you can get back into coverage pretty quickly. And they're going to have to take short routes. So you could easily switch to like a hard flat too. So like I said right here, you can see he's coming off free. This lineman actually switches off on him. So like I said, I actually brought him in a little bit too much. But the way he switches off on him, he gives the in guys. He switches off in the corner and gives the inside guy a free release. So one of those guys is going to get in pretty quickly. Next up out of the nickel 2-4-5, we got the buck slant 3. We're going to shift the defense to the left. Then we're going to shift our linebackers to the right. And then we're going to put a QB contain up. So that's going to be the look. And then I'm also just going to bring this guy down. Since I'm using the middle, I'll bring him down just to try to pull some linemen. And we get another one of these, they don't want to run normal plays on me. So let's go ahead and let's do that again. Shift the defense left. Shift the linebackers to the right. And then QB contain. And then bring this guy down. This is going to be the play right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to say we get that guy off the play action, get a sack fumble. Real easy play. I probably could have had a touchdown, but I'm not in the mood. So let's watch the replay. Whenever it gives us that option. So like I said right here, I mean, this is pretty much the setup. You can see this guy comes in free. The offensive lineman actually kind of glitches out and just like freezes. Which is kind of weird. If you see the left of 71 right there. He's not really in a blocking animation. He just kind of knows he's got 2 against 1 and just kind of glitches out. But it is what it is. So, I mean, like I said, then I'm accidentally holding up the lineman. I don't want to be there that long. I want to drop out, but I get grabbed, and sometimes it's hard to get off. But like I said, you can see where the pressure's coming. I didn't mean to have that many. It's supposed to be a 5-guy blitz, but I get stuck, and it is what it is. Next up, we got the nickel blitz 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
Let's go ahead and let's just pinch everything. Pinch the line, pinch the linebackers. QB contain. And then I'm just going to bring this dude down here and try to user some guys opposite the line. And there we just get a free runner. So I don't know what that plan was on the defense, but let's watch the replay. Almost looked like a read option. They just let this guy go, and then he stuck around just long enough to, see what was going on with the ball. But good play.
Go, go. 120.
So here we go again. QB contain. Step in this gap here.
What's that, son?
Wait for the long
Son.
play yard animation. And of course they want to hit me with a sweep, but you know what? That's fine. Shut that down.
Here we go. Here we go. Blue 80.
Here we go again. I said I'm just going to come in this gap here.
Right, son.
And I'm getting caught up, so it must be a run. But you can see it's doing a good job against the run.
Here we go. Back.
Typically if they jump out.
Hey, empty.
Typically if they jump out and grab you like that, that's why. So there we go. Now we got them both in the line here.
Son.
And I was all over that. But you know what? The defense was solid anyway, so still pretty good.
Son.
So after we pinch everything, we're just base aligning. We're just base aligning and showing blitz to get that look where that cornerback is down, where that linebackers are both at the line like this. Oh, and then he dropped back and almost got a pick if he'd have tried to catch it. So pinching the D line, base line, show blitz. Now we got everybody in there. Like I said, if we want to, we could do the QB contain. Let's go ahead and let's work that out. Like I said, I'm just hanging around the line here, and then we get a sack from the dude off the edge. So, good play. Next up, out of the nickel 245, we have the Overstorm Brave.
Here we go.
So, same thing. I'm just going to pinch, base line, show blitz. And that typically, if I just keep showing blitz, it'll essentially get this guy down into the box like he's supposed to be. But that's fine. So, like I said, you're going to see heat coming off of this anyway. I'll use the free safety in the middle here like a linebacker. And if the running back doesn't go out on a play, you know what I mean? Like I'll typically be able to just act as a zone. As you can see, we just have heat coming right up the middle. I don't know if the running back went out or not. The running back stayed home, but it still didn't matter. As you can see, he just gets right off that, just punches him in the mouth. But this was, I think they had 6 blockers and I was sending 6 guys, so it still worked out. All I know is I had an additional defender, which is typically what I want. So here we go, one more time. Like I said, if I can get those DTs pinched together like that, that's going to work even better coming off the outside here. So like I said, right there, I mean, he gets picked up. So we have everything we need, but comebacks are going to beat man. It's just part of that. Next up out of the nickel 245, we have the cover 2.
Go, go. Blue 80.
I just like to put one of these defensive ends, typically either, like right here, there's 3 receivers on this side. So just put him on a hard flat or a cloud flat. Use the guy on either the tight end or the running back. If you use the guy on the running back, a lot of times he doesn't go on a route, then you can go ahead and free roam. But if he does go on a route, you got to follow him. That's the thing. So like I said right there, I mean, there wasn't much. So Carson Wentz is chucking it away.
Here we go. Here we go.
So like I said, I mean, if it's 3 receivers to one side, you want to put them on a hard flat on that side, or if it's on the open side of the field, you want to put them on a hard flat to the larger side of the field.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 180.
Like I said, right there. Like I said, 2 receivers on that side. Then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to align him and use the guy on the running back. And then, like I said, I can double up these guys, and then we're just getting pressure from, regular linemen.
Here we go. 180.
So right there, 2 receivers. Align this guy. Use the running back. Like I said, we're just getting pressure sacks. Like we're just getting coverage sacks right here. Let's go. Don't even really have to do much. Like I said, hard flat. Cover the guy on the running back. It's that simple. And like I said, he's not there, so eventually he will be. Like I said, I got to get over on him. I can't just let him go free. He did a check and release, and I shut him down.
Don't go. 280.
So there we go. One more time. Like I said, I want to align this guy. Don't give him any inside or outside releases. Just line him straight up over him. And then we're just going to get a bunch of slants, which, you know, hey, that's going to be tough to stop with a man coverage. So slants are still going to be the enemy.
There we go. Back man. 280.
So there we go. We got 2 wide to one side. Get this guy over here. And like I said, I can just freelance. Oh, and the running back went out on a route, and I wasn't there. Luckily, I got time to, to catch up, though. So, you know, good play. Good, solid base defense. Next up, we got the corner 3 blitz.
180.
So this play here, all I'm going to do is base the line and press. Cornerback's out kind of far. Also want to go ahead, I'm going to pinch everybody. Pinch the linebackers and pinch the line. And then I'm just going to bring this guy down here into this gap. And then I'm going to, once the ball's hiked, I'm going to run across to my assignment. Just trying to pull as much guys as possible. But of course, the Eagles keep doing these things. All video.
Don't go. 180.
So same setup. Pinch everything, base the line, press. Can bring this guy out here. Bring this guy down. Like I said, and then when this happens, I'm just gonna sprint across. Which, you know, like I said, there's definitely that's one of the concerns is that streak, but it said there was pressure, so let's watch the play. I mean, obviously this guy got right off the edge here. You can see how they pick me up because I'm down in the box where I am, and then you get a free release on the opposite side.
Here we go. 120.
So like I said, pinching everyone, base the line press, bring this guy down. And I'm going to rotate in when the ball's hiked. I said my assignment's still there. You know, the outsides are vulnerable underneath and all cover 3s. Next up, we got the silver shoot pinch.
280.
I mean, this play right here, all I'm going to do is base the line and show blitz. I don't really want to have the cushions here. So I can go ahead and I can, you know, bring those guys back down by once again showing blitz. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you can see this isn't all out man blitz. We're going to get pressure from a couple different areas. You know, we just have to hold down the backside. I mean, you don't really have to do anything. The play sets up pretty good as is. Just want to kind of get in one of these gaps. And then, you know, don't get caught up like that, though. As you can see, we get a sack fumble off the edge. But that's the idea. I mean, you're going to get that, you know, you're going to get that same typical pressure you're getting from man blitzes.
Here we go.
So no real adjustments. So maybe bring this guy over here if he's not in the right area. Like I said, this guy, he's supposed to be down more. But that's it. I mean, like I said, I'll just get over the center. I don't want to get caught up. But, you know, you see the pressure is going to get it, you know, take care of a lot of run plays as well. Next up, out of the 2-4-5 double A gap, we have the nickel dog 2. Play right here. I'm just going to send the house. Blitz all. I don't really have to do the other part, but I'm just going to send the house, blitz all. I want this cornerback down a little bit further, but this is just when you really want to send you know, an all-out blitz. I'm just going to put this dude on a bluff blitz, and that's it. I'm just going to motion him in, user him over the middle, and you'll get some pretty good heat. You can see he has to flip it out so quick the receiver's not even ready. You can also blitz all and user one of these linebackers inside too. So I can put him in a mid read, and he'll have a similar effect. And I'm just going to go ahead and put my guys in one of these. You can bring the cornerback a little bit closer by putting him by showing or by base aligning. And then, like I said, I'll just put him on a QB contain. Like I said, that's just, you're sending a lot of heat. That's the bottom line here.
Here we go. 180.
So here we go one more time. Put my dude in a middle third or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Mid read doesn't really matter. Then QB contain. And here we go. So I'll hold the base a little bit, and then I mean that's just, you know, what are you gonna do about stuff like that?
120.
So blitz all, you know, whatever. Just put them in some sort of coverage, just so I don't get sucked in. And I'm waiting for the play to start. There we go. can't run something like this too often. I mean, a simple, you know, like something like this where it's only a 5 wide receiver set, I'll just run it as is. But you can't run something like this too often because people just start hitting slants on you and stuff. There's definitely opportunities. But I mean, it's just a good play.
Here we go. Blue 80.
You can't run something like this too often. I mean, you can run it as is too. That cornerback will do a pretty good job getting in regardless. You just kind of have to sit home with this guy. And then, like I said, if you get a run like that, you can see how the defense opens up.
Here we go. Back man. Blue 80.
So here we go one more time. Like I said, I could do it just like this. Just QB contain. Like I said, just hold this guy in. And I over pursued on the coverage. I don't know why.
Done. 180.
You can also do it. I mean, there's a defensive play I'm going to put out like this, where you can just kind of confuse your opponent, make it look the same. And you can also use it right up the gut there. So you can go ahead, you can stand them both up, blitz one, and then just have the other, to use her. And this will get an A gap a lot of times. You can see right there, that's a screen, which is why. So, it's hard to can tell from that.
Here we go. Blue 80.
So I'll go ahead and I'll stand them up, blitz one, use her the other to the tight end side.
What's it done?
And we get he just got away from that. Carson Wentz making plays. I'll have to watch the replay on that. I gave up on the play because I thought he had it.
Here we go. Back.
Let's see the Magic Man here. So he just, sidesteps that.
Here we go.
So stand him up, put one on a blitz. And that's all she wrote. I'd say probably blitzing the other one would make more sense, and I could just kind of try to pull coverage out here a little bit.
What it done?
And like I said, I mean, we're just getting heat right there. Real quick and easy.
Done. 180.
So stand him up again. Put one on the blitz. Like I said, I'll just use her over here.
What's done?
Like I said, we're just getting them in real quick, and they're going to have to get out that quick throw. So I probably should have hard flatted. Let's do that hard flat.